Hi guys! So today I want to show you my daughter's favorite pancakes. I think you may or may not have seen them in my video before, which is spinach banana pancake. Well, she doesn't really have any other favorites because this is the only one that she's eaten, which I make myself. I started making it because I thought that it's gonna be healthier since it has banana and spinach in it. So she's eating fruits and vegetable since she loves her carbs so much. So anyway, this is a Thermomix recipe, but you don't have to have a Thermomix. You can just use any blender. And first off, we're gonna start with 100 grams of banana. I tend to use more because I want to lessen the sugar. So you're gonna start with slicing the banana and then put it in on your Thermomix or on your blender. So you guys, you don't have to slice your bananas as thinly as I did mine. I just got overly excited and overdid it. So that's what happens. But everything just goes into your blender and it's gonna turn into mush. Bananas are easy on the blender anyway. Next up though is 40 grams of fresh spinach. I've used fresh and frozen ones. I must say I prefer the frozen leaf ones just because I can easily store it in the freezer and ready for me to use anytime. Now for this video, I actually bought the wrong ones and bought ones that's compacted into small discs, which is not bad, but it's not great for the blender because it's frozen solid, so it's harder for the blender to actually process it. So that's just my thoughts on that. Next up is 40 grams of Greek yogurt, but as you can see here, I'm using the whole tub, which is 120 grams, just because I don't want to deal with storing an open yogurt in the fridge because that might be forgotten and might end up in the trash. I don't want to do that. If you do it like I do and want to stick to the recipe still, I would suggest that you lessen the milk that comes after. Otherwise, if you want to stick to it to the letter, then do 80 grams of full cream milk or 80 ml. And oh, one thing I forgot to mention is that my husband actually loves this pancake. I mean, he says he doesn't, but whenever I do cook it, he knows that I'm gonna cook it, he comes popping in the kitchen and say, "Oh, what's going on?" And then, "Okay, I'm gonna give this a taste." And sometimes he even forgets that he actually picked up the pancake that was still on the pan and not the one that's cooling off on a plate. So yes, I do double up on this recipe so I have enough leftovers for my baby later in the day or the next day or two. It stores pretty well as well. The other thing you need to add is like a teaspoon of vanilla before you actually close it and blend it together. So you guys, my vanilla was too sticky from being stored in the fridge and I needed to heat it up. But I didn't want to wait any longer, so I just blended all the other ingredients together and then added the vanilla after. After which you will also need 140 grams of all-purpose flour and then 40 grams of sugar. For myself, I just lower it down to like 20 grams or even 10 grams depending on how much banana I actually put in. If you have overripe bananas, they're better to use because they're sweeter and so you can lessen the sugar even more. Next up is 1 egg and also baking soda. Just a teaspoon of baking soda will do. And oh, don't forget to add a pinch of salt. Then blend everything together, after which set aside and let it sit for 15 minutes. After 15 minutes or more, if you got busy and forgot about it, heat up a pan. I'm using a crepe pan here and I added just a little bit of oil to make sure that the pancakes do not stick on the pan. Once your 15 minutes is done or more, if you forget about it like I do, get a pan, or in my case, I'm using a crepe pan, and then I rub a little bit of oil on top and heat it up until it's ready. Then I put in my pancake batter, and I like to use, or rather I like to make my pancakes a little bit on the smaller side since it's a lot easier for my baby to handle. Now, wait a couple of minutes or until bubbles form on top of your pancake before flipping it over. Once you flip it over, just wait another couple of minutes and your pancake should be done. Don't forget to cool down the pancakes before serving it to your little one. Do let me know how your baby or you enjoy this recipe. Yeah, let me leave you with a video of my baby eating her favorite pancakes, being sassy at that. Anyway, see you guys till next time. Bye.